and dealing with this over the next year took a massive toll on the sharpshooter's mindset. He became incredibly depressed and quite careless too. Shortly after this, his mother died of drug abuse, and the sharpshooter decided to enlist in the military. He longed for a new lifestyle and something to help him deal with his depression and frustration. Working with the military, the sharpshooter was quickly promoted due to his experience in the police force and his expert talent with long-range shooting. The sharpshooter's skill set was plain and simple. He was a combat sniper, not an agent, not a high-tech hitman, just a master of hide, aim, and fire. Eventually, after his term with the army finished, he went back to his hometown for a break, and it was then he met a new lady. They got to know each other fairly well on his break, and it was very clear she was interested. The sharpshooter told her about his past lover, but the lady was still comforting and open. The sharpshooter decided against re-enlisting in the military for the time being and spent some time with his new female interest. Eventually, he decided it was time to move on and begin anew. And falling in love for the second time, he was married, had a child, and settled down. His life was slowly building itself back together until the siren sounded and the bombs began to fall. He was rushed into Vault 111 with his family, and we all know what happens next. Now, before we discuss the motives, perspective, and faction choices of the sharpshooter, I will of course issue a spoiler warning. Fallout 4 builds on Fudge Muppet are going to keep faction and Big Quest storylines very vague, but we will be telling you the factions the sharpshooter will be working with, and also the main goal of one of them. If you aren't aware of all the joinable factions in Fallout 4 and you don't want to be, then skip through the faction choices section using the timestamps in the description. With that said, let's get into it. Entering post-apocalyptic Boston, the sharpshooter is going to be absolutely numb. He's just lost everything he held dear for the second time. He will have to fight adversity in a state of mental anguish to find the last remains of what matters to him, his son. During this journey, he will find a new cause worth fighting for. He's always been a very kind-hearted person, and he wants to stop bad things from happening to others. He's experienced an all-too unfair share of hardship in his life, and as he's done in his prior careers, he will aim to protect others and rid the world of evil. The sharpshooter will have a positive stance towards the Minutemen and will help them when he can to improve the lives of settlers in the wasteland. That said, the sharpshooter will ultimately side with the railroad as he knows they want to take out the Institute and save synths in the process. The sharpshooter believes that synths should be given freedom as they have free will, and he sympathizes with them because they have a lack of control over their lives. This is a lack of control the sharpshooter has become accustomed to. The one thing the sharpshooter knows he can control with utmost certainty is the path of his bullets. He will use his masterful control of a sniper rifle to grant freedom to those who have been oppressed, and also bring prosperity and safety to those who are just struggling to get by. The sharpshooter will be fairly neutral to the Brotherhood of Steel to begin with, and will not commit himself to their cause simply based on instinct. He has a bad gut feeling regarding their intentions, and he decides to trust his intuition and steer clear of them for as long as possible.